Hello students, today we start lesson number 3 chemical reactions and equations. Can you recall? Three questions are given here. First one, what are the types of molecules of elements and compounds? Now this question we already revised in previous lesson. So we are checking the answer of this question. See there. So these answers of the questions given on page number 30 in our textbook. First question, what are the types of molecules of elements and compounds? So first answer is, the molecule of an element are made of one or more atoms that are exactly alike. Alike means same. And second point, the molecule of compound are made up of atoms of different elements, that is called as molecule of compound. Second question given in this recall, what is meant by valency of element? We learn this definition in standard 9. So answer of this question given here, the capacity of an element to combine is called its valency. Third question given, what is the requirement for writing molecular formulae of different compounds, and how are the molecular formulae of the compound written? Now see the answer of this question. The requirements for writing the molecular formulae of compounds are the symbols of the radical along with their charge, means valency. The steps for writing the molecular formulae of a compound are as follows. First point, writing the symbol of the radical with basic radical on the left and acidic radical on the right. We already learned what is meant by basic radical and acidic radical in standard 9. Second point, writing the valency below the respective radicals, then cross multiplying the valencies to get the molecular formulae of the compound. And fourth point, the number of radicals is indicated by using appropriate subscript in the molecular formulae. So these are the steps to writing the molecular formulae. Now in our textbook on that first page, one table is given. So we learn about this. Now it is given here. In earlier standard, we have seen how compounds are formed by chemical combination of elements. We have also learned that the driving force behind formation of chemical bond is to attain an electronic configuration with a complete octet. The atoms attain a complete octet by giving, taking or sharing of electron with each other. Now first point, chemical reaction. Some of the scientists of the 18th and 19th century carried out fundamental experiments on chemical reactions. They proved from their experiments that during chemical reactions, composition of the matter change and that change remains permanent. On the contrary, during physical change, only the state of matter, that is solid, liquid and gaseous, changes, and this change is often temporary in nature. Now identify physical and chemical changes from the phenomena given in this following table. So you tick mark the answers. Transformation of ice into water. Now this change is permanent or temporary? So this is a temporary, that's why physical change. Cooking of food, that is the chemical change. Now ripening of fruits, chemical change. Milk turned into curd, chemical change. Evaporation of water, physical change. Digestion of food in stomach, chemical change. Size reduction of naphtha ball exposed to air. That is the physical change, state of matter change in this example. Then staining of Shahabadi or Kadappa tile by lemon juice. This is a chemical change. And last example, breaking of a glass object on falling from a height. This change is a physical change. So these are some common phenomena given in this table 3.1. Now note is given, do the following activity in a group of friends. Take help of your teacher wherever necessary. Now see the apparatus: thermometer, evaporating dish, tripod stand, funnel, Bunsen burner, etc. Chemicals given: limestone powder, copper sulfate, calcium chloride, potassium chromate, zinc dust, sodium carbonate, phthalic anhydride, etc. Now procedure: carry out the activities 1 to 5 as given below. Read and record the temperatures in the activities 2 to 4. Now see on the next page. Now first activity given, take a spoonful of limestone powder in an evaporating dish. Heat it strongly on a high blue flame. Second activity given, add zinc dust into the copper sulfate solution. Third activity given, add potassium chromate K2CrO4 solution to barium sulfate solution. Add sodium carbonate Na2CO3, formula is given, solution to the calcium chloride solution, that is CaCl2. Take phthalic anhydride in the evaporating dish. Now close the end of the stem of a funnel with a cotton plug. Keep this funnel inverted on the evaporating dish. Heat the evaporating dish on a tripod stand slowly on a low flame. What did you observe in the funnel during heating? Record the observation of all these activities and what did you find? Now we are note our observation in this table. So how that reactions occur of the activity 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now see that. So these activities are given on page number 30 and 31. First one, take a spoonful of a limestone powder in an evaporating dish. Heat it strongly on a high blue flame. Or the same question asks for 2 marks in the exam like this. Limestone means calcium carbonate is strongly heated. So how to write the chemical reaction that we learned last year also. Now calcium carbonate, condition is given strongly heated. Then to form calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas is released. So see the formula. First step is we are writing the word equation, and in second step we are writing the correct molecular formulas. Calcium carbonate CaCO3. We know the valencies of both the calcium and carbonate. Calcium valency 2 plus, carbonate is a polyatomic radical, valency 2. So first of all, carbonate radical split into one oxygen and carbon dioxide gas immediately release. Calcium carbonate white in color. Now heat is indicated by a symbol triangle. Then to form white powder CaO, that is calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas is released. Here you note these symbols. G means gas, or upward arrow means that is a gas release into the air. So what is the color change in this reaction? Calcium carbonate is also white color, and CaO, calcium oxide, is also a white powder. So no any color change, but gas is released. Now nature of this change is a chemical change. Second activity, add zinc Zn dust into copper sulfate CuSO4 solution. 2 marks question asked in the exam like this way. Zinc react with copper sulfate solution. So we are writing 2-step word equation and then molecular formulae. Zinc plus copper sulfate, then to form zinc sulfate plus copper plus heat is also released in this reaction. So zinc valency is 2. Zinc is a metal, that's why solid in state. Copper sulfate, copper shows the valency 2 plus. Sulfate polyatomic radical shows the valency 2 minus. Then color of this copper sulfate is a dark blue. When reaction start, then what happened? Zinc is more reactive than copper, that's why zinc displaces copper and products are formed. So zinc sulfate is a colorless solution plus copper is separated in the solid form. Original color of copper is brown plus heat is also released. So nature of change in this chemical reaction is chemical change. Here zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate. Why? Because zinc is more reactive than copper. Third activity given, add potassium chromate, formula is given in bracket, K2CrO4 solution to barium sulfate, that is BaSO4 solution. So see the reaction, barium chromate react with potassium chromate react with barium sulfate. So see the formulas, potassium chromate K2CrO4 plus barium sulfate BaSO4. All the valencies of the atom or polyatomic radicals are shown there by red pen, 2 plus 2 minus. Then what happened? So potassium and barium changing their position. So new products are formed, K2SO4, that is a potassium sulfate plus barium chromate, showing the downward arrow. The meaning of this downward arrow means yellow colored particles is in the solid form, that is called as a precipitate. So yellow colored precipitate is form of barium chromate. Nature of change in this reaction is chemical change. Fourth activity here, add sodium carbonate Na2CO3 solution to the calcium carbonate, that is CaCl2 solution. So sodium carbonate Na2CO3, both the sodium and carbonate shows the valency, plus calcium chloride, calcium at valency is 2, chlorine valency is 1, but there are 2 atoms, that's why total 2 minus charge. Then to form sodium chloride, 2 molecules are formed in aqueous state, AQ means aqueous state, plus calcium carbonate CaCO3, that is a white precipitate, white particles are formed in this reaction. Nature of change is here chemical change. And fifth activity, take a phthalic anhydride in the evaporating dish. On heating, we observe fumes, that is the vapors of phthalic anhydride, rise up and get collected in the inverted funnel. It undergoes sublimation on heating, that is, it goes into gaseous state directly from solid state without changing into the liquid state. On cooling, what happens on cooling? It is seen that phthalic anhydride solidifies on the sides of the funnel and on the cotton plug in the form of white powder. Thus, the above process involves a physical change. Means solid phthalic anhydride is directly converted into the gaseous form, and gaseous form is again reconverted into solid particles on cooling. So that is only a physical change. So these are the 5 activities given on the page number 31 in our textbook. So we record all the observations in the table given in the table 3.3, that is for homework. Next point, see in our textbook page number 31. Find out, observe and keep a record of physical and chemical changes that you experience in your daily life. So you write any examples. So one example given here, physical change and chemical change. Physical change, melting of an ice cube, it is a physical change. And chemical change, one example is given, that is a explosion of fireworks. So you write 4 more examples in each type, that is a physical and chemical change. And one more question is given, distinguish between physical change and chemical change. So explanation of this point is given in our textbook on page number 31. See the page number 31. A physical change takes place due to change in the change in the parameters such as the temperature, pressure. Often a physical change is reversible. The composition of matter remains the same in a physical change. For example, ice is transformed into water on heating and water is transformed into ice on cooling. This is one example is given of physical change. On the contrary, if the composition of matter changes during a process, then it is called a chemical change. When we call a particular process or phenomenon as a chemical change, some chemical reactions are taking place in the concerned matter. A chemical reaction is a process in which some substances undergoes bond breaking and are transformed into new substances by formation of new bonds. The substances taking part in chemical reaction are called reactants. So you underline. The substance taking part in chemical reaction are called reactant. Whereas the substances formed as a result of a chemical reaction by formation of a new bonds that are called products. You underline, this is the definition of product. For example, formation of carbon dioxide gas by combustion of a coal in air is a chemical reaction. In this reaction, coal means carbon and oxygen from the air are the reactants, while carbon dioxide is the product. A chemical reaction is represented by writing a chemical equation. So, by using these two paragraphs, you write the answer in the form of distinguish. That question is asked for 2 marks, 2 to 3 marks. If 2 mark question is asked, then write the 4 points. Each correct pair in distinguish, you are getting half mark only. See on the next page. Now chemical equation. Let us first look at a chemical reaction. In activity 2, a colorless solution of zinc sulfate ZnSO4 is formed on addition of zinc dust to the blue solution of copper sulfate CuSO4. The chemical reaction can be written in brief as follows. Aqueous solution of copper sulfate, it is a dark blue color solution, adding zinc dust in it. Then to form aqueous solution of zinc sulfate, it is a colorless solution plus copper is separated. The simple way of representing a chemical reaction in word is called a word equation. You underline, this is a definition of word equation is given here. The word equation can be written in a further condensed form by using a chemical formulae as follows. So copper sulfate CuSO4, zinc dust, that is a zinc Zn. Then to form zinc sulfate ZnSO4 plus copper is separated, so Cu. The representation of a chemical reaction in a condensed form using a chemical formulae is called as chemical equation. This is the definition of chemical equation is given here, so you underline that. In the above equation, copper sulfate and zinc are the reactants. They react with each other to form copper particles and a solution of colorless zinc sulfate ZnSO4 as the product having totally different properties. The ionic bond in the reaction copper sulfate breaks and the ionic bond in the product zinc sulfate is formed during the reaction. Writing a chemical equation. So I am showing all these points in a short. See on the next page. See here. Chemical equation. We are writing any chemical reaction as follows. two steps are always used. First step we are writing the word equation, and in second step we are writing the chemical equation by using chemical formulae. Example activity number 2. Left hand side reactants are there, on the right hand side products are formed. Now writing a chemical equation. First point, reactants are on the left hand side and products are on the right hand side, and in between arrow is shown. This arrow shows the direction of chemical reaction. Second point, reactants are react together and to form a products. If reactant or products are more than two, so that are separated by using a plus sign. Third point, the physical state of reactants and products indicated in the equation as gaseous state, then indicated as a G or upward arrow. If liquid state, then L. Solid state, then S. If a product form is insoluble solid in the form of precipitate, means solid particles are formed, then instead of S, that is a solid, in bracket it can be indicated by an downward arrow. It shows that precipitate is formed. If any reactant or product is in the form of solution, means with water, so we are writing the state aqueous, in short AQ, means aqueous state. Fourth point, when heat is to be given from outside to bring about a reaction, then indicated by sign triangle above the arrow. Example activity number 1, you see that reaction. Similarly, heat is released during the reaction, then write heat word on product side. You check the activity number 2, that chemical equation. And fifth point, it is necessary to fulfill certain conditions like a specific temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. to bring about some reactions. These conditions are indicated below or above the arrow, indicating the direction of the reaction. For example, see in our textbook also, vegetable oil in liquid state, hydrogen gas passes through this vegetable oil. Now condition is maintained and we are writing that on arrow, temperature 60 degrees Celsius, and one catalyst is used here, that is Ni, that is a nickel. Nickel is a catalyst. Then what happened? Vegetable oil is converted into vanaspati ghee, that is in solid state. Next point, special information or names of reactants or products are written below or above their formulae. For example, copper on a reaction with concentrated nitric acid gives a reddish colored poisonous nitrogen dioxide gas. So copper Cu, solid in state, react with nitric acid, so HNO3, it is a concentrated, 4 molecules are required, then to form copper nitrate in aqueous state, CuNO3 twice, plus 2 molecules of NO2, that is a nitrogen dioxide in gaseous state, it is a poisonous gas, plus water, 2 molecules are formed, 2H2O in liquid state. However, on a reaction with dilute nitric acid, the product form is nitric oxide gas. Check that. The reaction of copper with concentrated or a dilute acid, different products are formed. So copper, 3 atoms of copper react with nitric acid, 8 molecule, 8 HNO3. It is a dilute one. Dilute means mixed with water. Then to form copper nitrate, 3 molecules of copper nitrate, CuNO3 twice aqueous state, plus nitric oxide 2NO, means nitric oxide in a gaseous state, plus 4 molecules of water, that is a 4H2O in liquid state. So these are the points writing at the time of chemical equation. Now check in your textbook again, page number 30 to 33. all these 5 points we are writing in short there. These two reactions also over. Now try this. One activity given for us. Some apparatus, chemicals are given and procedure. Take sodium chloride solution in a conical flask and silver nitrate solution in a test tube. Tie a thread to the test tube and insert it carefully into the conical flask. Make the conical flask airtight by fitting a rubber cork. Weigh the conical flask with the help of a balance. Now tilt the conical flask and mix the solution present in the test tube with the solution in the conical flask. Weigh the conical flask again. Now some questions are given and one diagram also given. Check there. Check in the balance. Before the reaction and after the reaction, what happened? I think we are observing here there is no change in their weight, their mass. 300.23 gram on both the sides. Left side is a before the reaction and right side is the after the reaction. Now check. 3 questions given for us. Which changes did you find? Did you insoluble substance form and was there any change in the weight? A word equation is written for the above activity as shown. Silver nitrate react with sodium chloride then to form silver chloride plus sodium nitrate. The above word equation is represented by the following chemical equation. So this is second step. Silver nitrate HeNO3 in aqueous state, sodium chloride NaCl also in aqueous state. Then to form silver chloride precipitate, white colored precipitate is formed plus NaNO3 sodium nitrate in aqueous state. So we are confirming the answers of these 3 sub questions. Check there. See here. Page number 33. Reaction is already given here in textbook. Now 3 questions. Which changes did you find? A chemical change occur and the solution in the conical flask changes to a white colored precipitate. Is it right? Second, did any insoluble substance form? Yes. Which is that? A white colored insoluble substance is a form, that is silver chloride. And third one, was there any change in the weight? So you observe the figure given in the textbook. There is no change in the mass. That reading is shown in the figure. So answer is no. There is no change in the weight of the conical flask before and after the reaction in accordance with the law of conservation of mass. So do you know what are the uses of silver nitrate in everyday life? Now one use is given in our textbook. You find out few more uses. So you find out 3 to 4 more uses you find out. What is the use? One use is given in our textbook. Silver nitrate is used in the author's ink. So this is a homework question. You find out 3 to 4 more uses. Go back. This question is given on page number 33. What are the uses of silver nitrate in everyday life? Now next page number 34. See here. Now balancing a chemical equation. Now complete the table aside on the basis of equation 9. What is the equation 9? That is given on previous page. It is seen that number of atoms of elements in the reactant in this equation is the same. So you count the number of atoms. So both these points we learn. And steps in balancing a chemical reaction. Now see here. Now balancing a chemical equation. Complete the table aside on the basis of that equation number 9. AgNO3 silver nitrate react with sodium chloride NaCl, then to form silver chloride AgCl white precipitate plus NaNO3 sodium nitrate. So elements are in these reactants and products: silver Ag, N means nitrogen, O oxygen, Na sodium and Cl chlorine. On left hand side, check the number of atoms: silver 1, nitrogen 1, oxygen 3, sodium Na1 and chlorine Cl1. On the right hand side also same number of atoms present. So we are writing the two answers. What do you mean by balance equation? The number of atoms of elements in the reactants in this equation is same as the number of atoms of those elements in the products is called a balance equation. An unbalanced equation means what? If the number of atoms of each element is not same on the two sides of an equation, it's called an unbalanced equation. Next point. Now steps in balancing a chemical reaction. A chemical equation is balanced step by step. A trial and error method is used for this purpose. For example, sodium hydroxide react with sulfuric acid then to form sodium sulfate plus water. So step number 1. What we write in step number 1? So we are writing the molecular formulas of all the reactants and products. So sodium hydroxide means NaOH, sulfuric acid H2SO4 to form sodium sulfate Na2SO4 and water H2O. So in this first step what we write? Write the chemical equation. Step 2. Check whether the equation is balanced or not, like a previous equation. So we are writing like this. We are forming this table: reactant left hand side, products always are on the right hand side, RHS, and we are writing the number of atoms. Which elements are there in this reaction? Sodium, oxygen, hydrogen and sulfur. So on the left hand side, that is on reactant side, sodium 1 atom, oxygen 5, hydrogen 3, sulfur 1. On the product side, sodium 2, oxygen 5, hydrogen 2 and sulfur 1. So what we observe, this reaction is not balanced. So what we are doing in next step? Step number 3. It is convenient to start balancing from the compound which contains a maximum number of atoms. You underline this, maximum number of atoms. Moreover, it is convenient. Then after that what we are doing? It is convenient to first consider that element in this compound which has an equal number of atoms on the two sides. Now check. So we are balance the equation in this step number 3. So sub step first, select Na2SO4, and in this Na2SO4 we are select the atom sodium, because check there, Na2SO4 how many atoms are here? Total 7. And in on reactant side also 7 atoms are present in H2SO4. So we consider any one compound. So we select the Na2SO4 and sodium atom. So element sodium, reactant side only one sodium atom, but on the right hand side, product side 2 atom. Check there. So how we are balance it? So we are multiplying by 2 to the sodium on reactant side. So 1 multiplied by 2 is equal to 2. So on both the sides sodium atom is balanced. So we are writing the chemical equation again. So where is the sodium present in a chemical reaction? So in NaOH. So we are multiplying to NaOH by 2. Check this reaction. 2 times NaOH plus H2SO4, remaining are the same. Then to form Na2SO4 plus H2O. Again check equation is balanced or not. That is a second sub-step. All elements you check again. So sodium 2 atoms on both the side. Oxygen is not same. Reactant side 6 and product side 5. Hydrogen reactant side 4 and product side 2. Sulfur on both the side 1 atom. So up to this step, our reaction is not balanced. Now see how to balance it. Now instead, in case of oxygen and hydrogen, which number easily be balanced? So hydrogen is easily balanced because on product side 2 are there. So 2 multiplied by 2 to the 4, and required the less multiple is required to balance this hydrogen. So see on in the next step. Above equation is not balanced as the number of oxygen and hydrogen atoms are unequal on both sides. First, balance the hydrogen numbers as it requires a smaller factor. So substep number 3. Select hydrogen atom for balancing. So check there. Hydrogen, element hydrogen. Reactant side number of atoms 4, but on product side number of atoms 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. So hydrogen is balanced. So where we multiply? On product side for the hydrogen. So where is the hydrogen present on product side? In water, H2O. So to that compound multiplied by 2. So we are writing the equation again. So 2NaOH plus H2SO4, then to form Na2SO4 sodium sulfate plus 2 water molecule. Again check equation is balanced or not. This is a fourth sub-step. In third step, we are doing this number of ways. When our reaction is balanced, then we stop this and we are writing the final equation in step number 4. Check the number of atoms on both the sides again. Sodium 2, oxygen 6, hydrogen 4 and sulfur 1 on both the sides. Therefore, we confirm here above equation is now a balance equation, and in step number 4, write down the final balance equation again. So 2 NaOH, that is a sodium hydroxide, plus H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, then to form Na2SO4 sodium sulfate plus 2 water molecules. So in this way, by using these 4 steps, we are balancing the equation step by step. This method is called as balancing the equation by step. So check in the textbook. Yeah, up to this step we balance the equation. Now some questions given for us. Use your brain power. Identify the reactant and product of equation number 6. What is that equation number 6? Check there. I think vegetable oil and vanaspati ghee. So you write the which reactants are present in that reaction and which are the products. Second sub question B. Write down the steps in balancing the equation. N2 means nitrogen gas plus H2 hydrogen gas. Both react together to form NH3, that is the ammonia gas is formed. So by using above 4 steps, try to balance this reaction. This is a homework question. Use your brain power. Next. Second question given. Write down a balanced chemical equation for the following reaction. Now word equation is given. You write the chemical equation by using the directly molecular formulas and balance it directly, not step by step, of this second question. Calcium chloride react with sulfuric acid, then to form calcium sulfate plus hydrogen chloride. Third sub question given. Write down the physical states of reactants and products in the following reaction. Physical states such as a solid, liquid or gaseous or precipitate is formed, or any reactant or products mix or combine with water, that is called as an aqueous state. So that state you mention in these 2 sub reactions. So we saw that a chemical reactants get converted into the new substances called products. That is the definition of product is given. Underline that. In a chemical reaction, reactants get converted into the new substances called products. During this, some chemical bonds in the reactant breaks and some new chemical bonds are formed so as to transform the reactants into product. In this chapter, we will be studying the types of reactions in detail. So these are the use your brain power, these 3 questions for your homework. Try to complete it. I will give the answer in next time. Type of chemical reaction. Chemical reactions are classified into the following 4 types in accordance with their nature and the number of reactants and products. So first type is a combination reaction. Some apparatus, chemicals are given. Now check that. Activity 1. 3 activities are given here. What is the first activity? Take a small amount of hydrochloric acid in a test tube. Heat the test tube. Dip a glass rod in the ammonia solution and hold on the top of the test tube. You will observe a white smoke emanating, means releasing from the tip of the glass rod. What must have happened? Due to heating, HCl, hydrochloric acid vapor, started coming out from the test tube, and NH3, that is the ammonia gas, come out from the solution on the glass rod. The ammonia gas and hydrogen chloride gas reacted to form the salt ammonium chloride in a gaseous state first, but immediately due to the condensation, means cooling process at room temperature, it got transformed into the solid state. As a result, white smoke was formed. The chemical equation for this is as follows. So NH3, that is the gaseous ammonia gas, HCl, hydrochloric acid in gaseous state, then to form NH4Cl, solid state, solid fumes or vapors or particles of ammonium chloride is formed. Second activity. Hold a magnesium strip in a pair of tongue and ignite it, burn it. On burning in air, oxygen, we all of you know that oxygen is support for burning process. A white powder of magnesium oxide is formed. The reaction can be written in the form of equation as shown below. So magnesium ignite or burn in air, so oxygen is support to that magnesium. So as per the valency of magnesium and oxygen, compound is formed magnesium oxide. It is a white powder, magnesium oxide. In this reaction, magnesium oxide is formed as a single product by combination of magnesium and oxygen. Check in above reaction. NH3, ammonia and hydrochloric acid, these are the 2 reactants and only one product is formed. In second activity also, magnesium and oxygen, 2 reactants and only one product is formed, that is a magnesium oxide. Now check the third activity. Take water in a beaker up to half of its capacity. Add a few pieces of a slake lime. Make the correction here that that is not the slake lime. All of you make the correction, that is the quick lime, QUICK, quick lime calcium oxide. It is a chemical name and formula is given CaO to it. Calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, is formed by combination of calcium oxide and water with a generation of large amount of heat. It is also produced in this reaction. So here 2 reactants again, calcium oxide and water, but product is only one form. So use your brain power. What is the number of reactants in each of the above reactions? So what we learn here, in all the above 3 reactions, how many reactants? 2. So answer is 2. What is the number of molecules of reactant taking part in the above reaction? So on the reactant side again, 2 molecules of reactants react together. Check there. So answer is 2. And how many products are formed in each of the above reaction? So only one product is formed. So we define the definition of combination reaction. So what is the definition? You mark. Define combination reaction. When 2 or more reactants combine in a reaction to form a single product is called a combination reaction. So all these three reactions I am writing in this way. So question is asked in like this. See that combination reaction, two or more reactants. So reactant 1 plus reactant 2, sometimes more than two reactants also react together but to form a single product, that is a standard form. Question is asked like this: what is combination reaction? Explain with one example. Example means reaction you explain. So what is definition? When two or more reactants combine in a reaction to form a single product is called a combination reaction. For example, that three activities are given. So question: any one reaction asked in the exam for minimum 2 marks. So what is the first one? Ammonia gas react with hydrogen chloride gas. So ammonia plus hydrogen chloride then to form ammonium chloride. Two reactant but product is one. Check that. So NH3 plus HCl. So NH3, what happened in this reaction? Hydrogen from HCl is immediately added to NH3 and to form a polyatomic radical. Name of this NH4 is ammonium. Valency is 1 plus and remaining atom is chlorine having a valency 1 minus. So both these radicals react together and to form a NH4Cl ammonium chloride in solid form. Activity 2. Question asked like this way: magnesium is a burn or heated in air, or magnesium is a react with oxygen, meaning is same. So magnesium react with oxygen then to form magnesium oxide. I am showing the valency there, check. Magnesium Mg valency is 2 but oxygen atom having valency 2. So both the element shows the same valency, so reduce by 2, so divide by 2, 1 1 and do the cross multiplication. So we are required only one atom of magnesium and one atom of oxygen, check the arrows, and to form a compound MgO. But for balancing purpose, on left hand side 2 oxygen atom, but on the right hand side oxygen is present in MgO, there is only one, that's why we are multiplied by 2. So 2 oxygen and 2 magnesium on the right side. So check on the left hand side, oxygen is 2 but only 1 magnesium, so here also multiplied by 2. So this is the balance reaction and white colored powder of magnesium oxide is formed. This is the second activity. Check the third activity. Sorry. It is a third activity. Calcium oxide, sorry, calcium oxide, that is a quicklime, react with water. So calcium oxide plus water then to form calcium hydroxide and heat is released. Again two reactant. So what happened here? That oxygen is immediately combined with water and to form a 2 hydroxide ions. One hydroxide ion shows the valency 1 and calcium valency 2. So what is required there? So do the cross multiplication of these valencies. So Ca and OH twice, calcium hydroxide is formed plus heat is released. So these are the three activities related to combination reaction is given here. Now second type of reaction is, check, decomposition reaction. Again activity is given for us. Apparatus, chemicals are given. A procedure: take some sugar in an evaporating dish and heat it with the help of Bunsen burner. After some time you will see the formation of burnt out black substance. Exactly what must have happened in this activity? In the above activity, a single reactant sugar is divided into two substances such as carbon and water. Reactant is only one, but products are two or more than two. Exactly opposite that we compare with the above reaction, that is the combination reaction. This is a decomposition reaction. So one reactant decompose into two or more products. So sugar, what is the formula? C12H22O11, then to form after decomposition 12 carbon plus 11 water molecules are formed. The reaction in which there is only one reactant giving rise to two or more product is called a decomposition reaction. This is the definition, you mark this. Check on the next page also. Few more activities are given. Next activity given here is apparatus and chemical. Even a diagram is also given. Take some calcium carbonate CaCO3 in a test tube. Feed a bent tube to this test tube with the help of rubber cork. Insert the other end of the bent tube in the freshly prepared lime water taken in the other test tube. Heat the powdered calcium carbonate in the first test tube strongly. The lime water will turn milky. Now we saw in the above activity that calcium carbonate undergoes decomposition reaction and the carbon dioxide gas formed turns the lime water milky. When carbon dioxide turning the lime water milky, it is the taste of carbon dioxide. The second product of the reaction, that is the calcium oxide powder, remains behind in the first test tube. See the reaction. CaCO3 solid in state, calcium carbonate, that is a limestone. The triangle means heating process is there, then to form CaO calcium oxide solid in state plus CO2 upward arrow means carbon dioxide gas is formed. One more reaction given for us, check that. Similarly, in another reaction, number 17 given there, hydrogen peroxide naturally undergoes slow decomposition into water and oxygen. This is a very slow reaction occur because in nature, in environment, temperature is a normal, and that's why this is a slowly decomposition reaction takes place of this hydrogen peroxide. So reaction number 16 and 17 both are decomposition reaction. Can you recall? Is it possible to produce hydrogen by decomposition of water by means of heat, electricity or light? So answer is yes, by using electricity. Water decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen gas because we know that water is a form from the hydrogen and oxygen gas. So we have studied in the previous standard that water decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen gases by passing electric current through acidulated water. Acidulated water means acidic water. This decomposition takes place by means of electrical energy, and that's why called as electrolysis process. So two water molecule in liquid state. So you write on that arrow electrolysis or electrical energy. That condition is required on the arrow. You write down there. Then to reduce, then to decompose, two hydrogen molecules and one oxygen molecule is in a gaseous state release. So define decomposition reaction. What is the answer? The chemical reaction in which two or more products are formed from a single reactant is called decomposition reactions. So all these reaction I am showing on one paper. Now check that again. See here. So question in short form I am showing here. Decomposition reaction means single reactant but products are two or more than two. So product 1 plus product 2 plus more than two products. Question is asked like this way. What is decomposition reaction? Explain with one example. So answer is the chemical reaction in which two or more products are formed from a single reactant is called decomposition reaction. And whatever the example given in textbook, same example I am writing in a proper way. First example, Question is asked for the 2 marks. Sugar is heated. The sugar showing the condition on the arrow, that is heat. Then what happened? Carbon and water is separated. So sugar formula is C12H22O11. It is solid in state. Triangle is showing because we are using the symbol and molecular formulas in the chemical equation. So that's why we are showing the heat in triangle form. 12 carbon plus 11 water molecule in gaseous state. Next reaction given, calcium carbonate, that is limestone, is strongly heated. This is the question for 2 marks. So calcium carbonate strongly heated, then to form calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So calcium carbonate CaCO3, we know the valency of calcium and carbonate 2 plus 2 minus. What happened here? Carbonate radical present on the reactant side. So what happened here? Remember this speciality. Immediately release the carbon dioxide gas. So one oxygen is separated and carbon dioxide gas CO2 is released. That one oxygen showing the valency 2 and calcium, what is remained? Calcium shows the valency 2. Both the atoms of calcium and oxygen reduce their valency, that's why divide by 2. So there is required only one. So one atom of calcium and one atom of oxygen combined together to form calcium oxide in solid state. Next reaction given there, hydrogen peroxide exposed to air. So what happened? Slowly decompose this hydrogen peroxide. So H2O2 liquid in state, 2H2O liquid in state plus oxygen O2 release in the form of gas. Next question, electric current or electric energy passing through a acidulated water. So acidulated water, then to form hydrogen and oxygen. So 2H2O liquid in state, then to form 2 hydrogen molecules and 1 oxygen molecule released in the form of gas. One more reaction, carbon dioxide gas passing through lime water, that is shown in the type of figure on that page. So carbon dioxide CO2, that is a gaseous in state, plus calcium hydroxide CaOH twice liquid in state. Then what happened? So this CO2, so that one oxygen from CaOH twice is combined with CO2 and immediately form CO3 radical having valency 2 minus. That 2 minus valency balanced by calcium 2 plus, then to form CaCO3 calcium carbonate. It is a milky, it is a white in color, and what is remain? H2O, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen is remained. So in this way, this reaction is we are showing here. This is the second type of reaction. First type of reaction is combination reaction. Second type of reaction is decomposition reaction, and 2 more reactions we learn here. What is given here in this green box? Many degradation processes takes place in nature surrounding us. Organic waste is decomposed by microorganisms, and as a result manure and biogas are formed. Biogas is used as a fuel. This is the second type of reaction. Now check the third. Displacement reaction. We saw in the beginning of this chapter that on adding zinc dust to blue colored copper sulfate solution, a colorless solution of zinc sulfate is formed and heat is generated. See the equation number 3, that is activity number 3 of this reaction. For this reaction, from that we learn that the zinc Zn2 plus ion formed from Zn atom takes the place of Cu2 plus, that is a copper ion in copper sulfate, and copper Cu atom formed from Cu2 plus ion come out. It means that zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate. So what is defined displacement reaction? Answer, you mark the answer. The reaction in which the place of the ion of a less reactive element in a compound is taken by another more reactive element by formation of its own ions. It's called displacement reaction. So we will learn about reactivity of elements in the chapter on metallurgy, that is lesson number 8. The elements iron and lead, similar to zinc, displace copper from its compound. So with the help of that chemical equation of activity 3, we are writing the answer of these two reactions. For homework, use your brain power and write the answers. So I will show this reaction again. Check. Displacement reaction. What happened here? Displacement reaction. In short, metal salt. So this metal is less reactive. Then one more metal that is more reactive. So more reactive metal take the place of or displaces less reactive metal and form the product. So metal salt of more reactive metal is formed and less reactive metal is separate out. Question is asked, what is displacement reaction, and explain with the help of example. You make the correction. Displacement reaction. The reaction in which the place of ion of a less reactive element in a compound is taken by another more reactive element by formation of its own ion is called displacement reaction. For example, use your brain power, page number 38, and iron react with copper sulfate solution, and one more reaction given for the study. Check that. Pb means lead. Lead react with copper sulfate solution. So similar way you write down the answer. And fourth type of reaction today we learn, that is the double displacement reaction. We have seen in the equation 9 that a white precipitate of silver chloride is formed by an exchange of silver and sodium ion present in the reactant. So define double displacement reaction. Answer. The reaction, check the answer. The reaction in which the ion in the reactants are exchanged to form a precipitate are called double displacement reaction. Recall activity number 3 in which you added potassium chromate K2CrO4 into the solution of barium sulfate BaSO4, and this question is asked for 3 to 5 marks. These questions are given here. What was the color of precipitate form? Write the name of precipitate. Write down the balance equation for this reaction, and will you call this reaction a displacement reaction or double displacement reaction? Now see the answer. I will show in my writing pattern. Check. Double displacement reaction. Metal 1 salt react with metal 2 salt. First type of metal and second type of metal. First type of metal is a less reactive. Second, metal 2 is a more reactive. So more reactive metal and less reactive metal exchange their places. So what happened? What type of product is formed? So metal 2 salt is more reactive and metal 1 salt is less reactive. So metal 2 is going there. You make the correction here. Metal 2 take the place of metal 1. So what we write here? Metal 2 salt less reactive and metal 1 salt more reactive. Make the correction here on the right hand side. Less and more, these two word exchange. So I am writing in short form Ma plus Nb. So M and N are the metals, exchange their places and to form the new products Na plus Mb. So question is asked, what is a double displacement reaction? Explain with one example. Answer. The reaction in which the ions in the reactant are exchanged to form a precipitate are called double displacement reactions. Example. Recall that activity number 3 and add What is that activity number 3? Add potassium chromate solution to barium sulfate solution. So already we learned that reaction in activity number 3. You, with the help of that reaction, write down the answers given in the textbook. In this way, today we learn the 4 types of reaction. First one is combination reaction. Second one is decomposition reaction. Third one is displacement reaction. Fourth one is double displacement reactions. So up to this, you listen the video carefully, and whatever the questions given in assignment after 1 hour, you check the photo in a group and write the answers in our science 1 notebook. Thank you.